and a 1 and a 2. You're listening to the world-famous White Roof Radio, Woofcast number 655, recorded April 4th, 2019. Today brought to you by CravenSpeed.com, MotoringStripes.com, and OutMotoring.com. Mini performance, speed, and style. It's OutMotoring.com. And the 2. Hey everybody, it's DB in Arizona with a brand new episode of the world famous, I said world famous because we're world famous, White Roof Radio. We are here recording a new show for you guys, talking about Mini Coopers, like we like to do. Joining us this week, as always, my good friend Todd Pearson, MotoringStripes.com. Todd, say
hi. Present.
The good Revan's also joining us tonight, our head mechanic, Mr. Chad Miller from Detroit Tune, DetroitTune.com. Chad.
I'm raising my hand. You just can't see it.
That's a made for TV move, dude. This is audio, man. Audio.
I'm trying to get my foot into the door for TV, Don. Come on. I'm Chad right now. I'm just nodding my head and smiling. Well, actually, everyone should go check out our YouTube channel because we're starting to post more things. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more, say no more.
Is that the Detroit Tuned YouTube channel by chance?
That would be the one because the other one nobody else knows about.
Oh, okay. So if I were to go over to YouTube and search for Detroit Tuned, and that's going to give me, we got a new welcome to the shop video. Yeah, I'll link this one up, Chad, because, just make it easy for you guys. Links in the show notes, youtube.com/user/Detroit Tuned. Go check it out. Cool stuff coming. We're not going to talk about that as much as I'd really like to. That'd be kind of, you guys got new videos up. Nice. Very cool. We'll check this out later.
Next show.
We'll talk about that. Because that's video. This is an audio show. So maybe we'll have to do like a video piece for the next show or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Mini Coopers tonight. That's what we like to do. We are not going to have Gabe here because, as you'd already noticed, the lack of... Right? That's because we didn't... we stuck Gabe on an airplane for this episode, so he wouldn't be here to record any of his horrible stuff. And I do apologize for the bad sound quality last episode. You guys that called us out, thank you very much for noticing. We noticed too, and I was hoping it wouldn't be that bad, but I was wrong. So... we will endeavor to not let that happen again in the future.
I'll be sure and add some ice clinking.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, and I'll beat on the keyboard a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Just as long as we're not like touching the microphone, because that's the bad stuff. I'm okay with that. Yeah. Anyway, we're not going to talk that much more about that either. Anyway, thanks so much. We do have some shout outs to do tonight. My car was in the shop. I drove an F56 Cooper. You guys probably know that already. We're going to talk about that. Todd's wrapping a car. We're going to talk about that. Chad's got some stuff. We're going to talk about that. Talk about all this stuff. Probably more, because that's what we do here underneath the White Roof. What we do. Let's remind you about one of the fine sponsors here underneath the White Roof. I'm going to start off with our boys over at Craven Speed this time, just to throw you guys off. So, CravenSpeed.com. Go over there, check it out. First thing, Gemini phone mounts. You're in a state, almost none of the states you can actually hold your phone while you're driving anymore. It's like a first offense, which means if a cop rolls by and you're holding your phone, you're going to get pulled over and you're going to get a fairly expensive ticket. You go over to Craven Speed. They're going to hook you up with their Gemini mount, and they're just doing some really cool stuff. They got magnets on them now. They're really, really awesome. And they make them for not just minis. Just go over there and look for whatever car's in your shop. If you're a Miata guy or girl, you should be going to Craven Speed anyway, because they are going crazy with my Miata stuff. It's awesome. If you have a Fiat 500 because you switched to that because, again, you couldn't help yourself, they got stuff for you there. But really, they're there for Mini. If you're rocking the R50, R53, R56, you want to be able to check your oil easily, get the Craven Speed dipstick. Trust me on that one. For reals, because it just goes in and comes out and you can read it, which is a nice feature of a dipstick, I think. If you have an R53 and as far as you know, that car's never been modded, you want to make it go a little bit better, go over to Craven, get the pulley, then take it over to Chad, have him install it. That's going to give you like 1,000 horsepower boost. Well, after you put on the pulley and the Craven Speed decals on your window, at least 1,000 horsepower. To the rear wheels, no less. That's how good the Craven Speed pulley is. I'm just saying. Plus, all manner of other things. And it's all custom made. It's all 3D printed and made out of unobtainium and platinum and all kinds of these other materials that I have no idea what they're made from. And it's just these guys, they're just doing cool stuff up in the Pacific Northwest, Portland, Oregon. OG sponsors, White Roof Radio and MotoringFile. They've been around as long as anybody else. They know what they're doing. They make good stuff. I want you to go over there and check them out. When you do buy something from them, because you want to buy stuff because it's cool and they make cool stuff. There's a spot there on the order form. You can leave a comment. Make sure your comment is, thanks for supporting White Roof Radio. We really appreciate that. So do they. They, of course, are friends over at Cravenspeed. Cravenspeed.com. Thank you. And this is where I insert the news music. Although we don't really need news music because, I looked at MotoringFile and Gabe had a good time in Palm Springs driving a classic, like one of the last classic minis come off the line. So that was pretty cool. BMW Group might buy a Honda plant to build BMWs and minis, but then they also might sell half the business to China. So I don't know what's going on MotoringFile these days. I really don't. And then there's Clubman Undisguised. If you guys just look at MotoringFile, just go over and just look. We're not going to talk about that tonight. How about we do so? Let's start off with some shout outs.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Our boy, I got two. So first of all, Crazy Susan. You guys know who Crazy Susan is. Crazy Susan has a Pepper White R50 with the CVT automatic transmission. On our last report, I believe Crazy Susan was up to around 137, 145,000 miles. Her car's still running. It's still moving. She still drives it. She will never let it go. She has 190,000 miles on a CVT transmission Mini Cooper.
Wow.
That's like record book stuff right there. Chad, what's the best one you've ever seen?
CVT. I would say 178.
Really?
That's few and far between.
Yeah.
Did Chad just go a little
a little robot there?
Skrillex on it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, that's I'm part blood. That techno was invented in Detroit. So
got a little dubstep work in there for a second, Chad. You didn't hear it on our end.
Yeah. Oh, I can't hear it. No, but that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Anyway, Susan, nicely done.
I'll listen to the show.
Congratulations to Susan for getting 190. If that's not the highest mileage CVT Mini out there, it's got to be one of the top 5.
Mini should give her an award. Really, I mean, they should.
Wasn't the late Harold's a CVT?
No, Harold had a manual. No, because it was Silk Green. They didn't put a manual transmission in the Silk Green cars.
I think it was a CVT.
I think he had a CVT.
Yeah,
too.
I would have said CVT or it's a 5-speed.
And then the other shout out we wanted to do this week is our man up in Canada, Mr. Xiek.
That should work.
Yeah, perfect, Chad. Thank you. Mr. Xiek posted to the White Roof Radio Twitter. You guys might have seen this already. He has clocked 500,000 kilometers in his Canadian Mini. 500,000 kilometers. And for those of you who are playing the home game, you don't want to do the math. That's 310,685.596 miles that Mr. Xiek has put on his R53. Chad, what year's Zeke's Mini?
I would say that was a 2002. Maybe
maybe
a
first
3.
S's? Maybe a 3.
But it was a very no. It wasn't an S. It's not an S. It's a Cooper.
His is a Cooper. I thought his was an S.
No, it's a Cooper. It's a very Zeke has faked some people out. He's put the center mount exhaust in there. Thanks to his Midas team. And it is electric blue because you could get electric blue in Canada as a Cooper, but not in the U.S.
That's what messed me up is because he's got an electric blue.
Yes.
That's why I thought it was an R53.
It is a Cooper. Yep.
Nice. And that explains also why he's managed to put 500,000 kilometers on it.
I would agree.
Yeah, nicely done, Zeke. Well done. Hey, are you rocking an old Mini with a lot of miles? Post it up over, ping us on Twitter. Do an @White Roof Radio on Twitter. Add us on Instagram. Same thing, White Roof Radio or Grown. Leave a comment over on Facebook, and we'll do a shout out for you too. I'm always interested anytime somebody puts more miles on a car than I did. And I met Harold. I've met Zeke because he beat Roxy already. And if you're up there in miles, let us know. Or, send us an email, feedback@warriorfreight.com.
Zeke's car is either an 02 or an 03 because it's got the original chrome surrounds on the front bumper and the grill.
That might be, his might be an 02.
They're not smooth ones because they went to smooth. They stopped being like a textured.
Yeah.
I don't want to say textured, but they're like or decorative on the 02 and 03, and then 04 they went to smooth.
Gotcha.
It was kind of actually interesting if he actually chimes in. He tried to get some trim for his hood, the little wheel well trim that was on some texture stuff. His was all original. He got some new stuff, and the other things that Mini actually sent him did not fit his car and was not the same size.
Weird.
It was really weird. So,
all right,
random bit of information.
Okay, very cool. Nice. Anyway, that's cool. What else we got? I had to use I didn't have to, but I chose to have dealer service done on my Mini. You guys probably knew this already if you follow me on the internet's regular. For the second time since I moved to Arizona, which was 2010, I needed service. And where I am geographically located in Arizona, it was not financially feasible for me to take my Mini down to Eurotex for service this time around. And as he was leaking like a sieve, well, quite literally, I went through a gallon of coolant in a week. So, Mini Cooper dealer across the street from my house, from my work. So I just dropped it over there, and it turned out to be a thermostat housing gasket. So they replaced that in the thermostat, and then the oil filter housing, Chad. There was coolant leaking from there on an R car.
Yes,
that's normal.
Very, very typical. Yes.
Oh, so I've got the typicals. I'm getting them knocked out. So I had the fuel issue, all the fuel filter problems. And the fuel pump. So that's all taken care of. And now I've had all my big coolant leak issues. So that's all taken care of. What's left? Who knows, right? Don't know.
Yeah.
But what would it have cost you?
Oh, how much had I not had a pretty good extended warranty? This particular service visit would have cost me right at about $1,800.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Also, make sure you keep those receipts for what you're getting repaired handy, because there are some litigations coming down the pipelines from judges and the Minis for that oil filter housing seal.
Oh, really?
There's no definitive answer yet, but every single R car will have that leak. And it doesn't matter Countryman, doesn't matter Roadster, hardtop.
If it's got the Peugeot motor, it's going to have that problem.
Cooper S, they all leak.
Got it. So there's your top tip for today. Watch out for the leak in the oil filter housing. I also got something interesting, and I hadn't seen this on the internet, and I posted this on our Slack, and Todd heard about it, sort of, is Mini USA is actually doing a rebate program right now. We haven't talked about this on the show, I don't think, and I filled mine out because I got an oil change, so that's a $25 cash back. They're offering $25 cash back on an oil service, $75 cash back on brake service, which really... that's not very good. $25 back also on battery or wiper blade set rebates. So if you go to your dealer, see if they got those going on. And if you want to pay $1 million for a brake job at the dealer, then hey, you're going to get $75 back. Just saying.
They're not as expensive as they once were, and that's most likely because depending on how bad your brakes are.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're only going to do the pads.
Right.
Even for the last, it's been 5, 7, 8 years, something like that. The rotors last longer than they used to. When you went brake pads, it was like, nope, you got to replace, everything. Mm-hmm. But now it's pads, and it's not as expensive as it once was. Because we all know changing brake pads on a Mini will take you, especially if you have it'll take 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes unless you want to do the rears, and then you need an extra guy or the tool, and then it's going to take you another 20 minutes. Big deal. So yeah. You know what else I found interesting, and we were talking about this on Black Roof, is because I haven't been to a mini dealer for service in 9 years, and actually probably more than that if you can't go all the way back to when I was in California, is I'm not used to rolling up to the service drive and being the only car there. That was very weird to me. I take my girlfriend's car, her BMW, over for service. A huge lineup, right? There's all these BMWs. They're all in there for oil changes and blinker fluid replacements or whatever they have to get done. But I pull up in the mini drive, and it's just like me. There was nobody else at 7 o'clock, at 7:30, 7:45, 8 o'clock. I was there for like 45 minutes. I left at 8:30. Not another car came up. They had my car done. Back to me the next day. Took the loaner over there, and I was the only one there again. It was weird. It was very weird.
Interesting.
Is that what you're seeing at Barron too, Todd? Just like not a lot of cars for service?
It's been slow. It's definitely been slower than normal, and part of that's been winter. People didn't want to get out.
Yeah.
And now once spring is hit, like it's been in the 60s.
Nice.
It's been 70 degrees a couple of days now and then. Everybody's like, "Oh, I need to get my car serviced." Right. So things are really picking up. You don't have that issue out there. It wasn't ever a.
Yeah, no, we had a cold winter in Arizona. Cold for Arizona anyway.
Go to the 50s.
We had a bunch of days in the 40s and low 50s. That's cold for Arizona, especially when you get 20-mile-an-hour wind. Anyway, yeah, it was just weird.
It was 75 feet of snow, though.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get that. No, but it was just weird. It was just really, really weird.
Yeah.
They're just not morning people.
Maybe.
Hey, man, there's free donuts. You got to go in the morning. Come on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Donuts?
And this dealer also only has pre-owned cars on the lot. They had a couple of new ones, like mostly a Countryman, but most of the bulk of the cars, I would say 85% of the cars on the lot were pre-owned. Pre-owned are probably punched. I don't know if they all had more than 10,000 miles on it. So, yeah, they were all pre-owned. I thought it was interesting. And then as I'm leaving, there's a sales guy. And I'm going to leave you guys on this one, and we're going to move on to something else. I'm leaving, and there's a sales guy, and he's talking to a potential customer. He said, "Yeah, the S has a turbo, the Cooper doesn't." And I just went, "Nope, gotta go." And I got in my car and I left.
Hold on a second, I gotta go kick this guy in the nuts first. Then I gotta go.
Oh my god! I really wanted to be that guy for a minute and go, "No, you're wrong. They both have turbos."
We're in the 6th, and here's the crazy thing, DB. We are in the 6th model year, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. The 6th model year where both the Cooper and the Cooper S have turbos.
The 6th model, it's been 6
freaking years, people.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I get it. But this dealer also still has the R56, blow up R56. What is that? The paper mache R56 kind of up on the roof.
Yeah.
They still have that.
But it's still kind of cool, though, right?
It's still kind of cool. It could use a paint job, but it's still kind of cool. It's got the white S lights on it, white roof, chili red.
Now it's retro. Now it's throwback.
Totally throwback. Yeah. But yeah, 6 years. 6 years. Both cars have had a turbo. Wake up. Hello. Good grief. Ugh. Anyway, and then I drove an F56. It was delightful. I guess. Yeah, I liked it. I mean, it's a nice car though. That's why you close the doors and it's like thud, right? Not like
it's just
shit.
It's just well built by comparison. I mean, my car is so solid compared to everything else I've ever owned. I mean, it's an absolute joy to drive.
Compared to the Roadster, your car is a Rolls Royce, dude.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, right. I still like driving our Roadster. Granted, our 2013 Roadster only has like 40,000 miles on it now.
I've got 90 on mine, so I'm a little bit more. But it's got the weird rattles, the top rattles because it's a convertible top. It's gonna rattle, and the little pieces where the top connects rattle. And
we actually don't have any rattles, DB. Our like every other Roadster I've driven has like it's especially when you put the top down, it sounds like there's a bundle of conduit in the boot rattling around. Ours doesn't do that.
Mine doesn't make no. I've got rattles like up around the windscreen. Is where mine rattles. I just haven't looked at it that much, and it's not like a terrible rattle. It's not like it drives me nuts, but this car's just, compared to the F56, this car's not as well built. Clearly, I close the trunk, and it doesn't have that solid thud to it. You know,
right?
It's I don't know. It's
our hydraulics are about to go on the deck lid. You know, when you open the trunk, and the boot and the Roadster, because it's pretty heavy.
Yes,
to go up, and you kind of have to kind of help it up, and it stays up on its own.
Oh, okay.
Fall. But it's like
that's easy.
I
had to do that on Roxy with the hatch spring shocks, and I think I did it myself. It wasn't that hard.
I know my brand new 2019 JCW. You click the lock and you pull it a little bit, and then the whole gate just raises itself.
Nice. Yeah, that's what this one did too. And the hatch space was much deeper than I was used to.
Although I worked on an M5 this week.
Oh, nice.
And I put some stuff in the trunk of this car, and then it's got a button. You don't even have to open and close the trunk. It's powered.
Wow.
Like a gate on an SUV.
That's just lazy.
You press the button and the trunk closes. And you don't even hardly have to shut the doors. You just kind of just push it a little.
I've seen that.
And then it closes its own door.
No, the 5 Series here at the Smith side, you push a button to close the trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just goes and it just closes, but it doesn't do the cool door close thing. I've seen that.
Yeah.
That's kind of that's futuristic.
Yep. They suck themselves in and walk all the way.
Yeah. And one thing the F56 had, and I wanted to talk about this and see what you thought, Todd, is it had mini connected. The car they gave me was pretty much fully loaded. It had everything except for leather. So it had sunroof. It had it didn't have HK, no nav, but it had the screen with the backup camera. I'm
surprised it was fully loaded though.
It wasn't fully loaded, but it was. I would say it was moderately equipped. Sticker was 27 on this car because Monroney was in the back. Which means it was moderately equipped. Didn't have like all the things, but had a couple of key pieces here and there. And one thing I noticed with the Mini Connected, now this car I'm pretty sure was a 2018, had 350 miles on the clock, so I'm pretty sure it was practically brand new. Is Mini Connected is exactly the same on this car as it is in my car, just with worse colors. If that's even possible. The screen was atrocious to look at. It was like someone had melted a big stick and smeared it all over the screen.
Yeah, the crazy thing about the Mini Connected part of it is, DB, like I've got CarPlay now, and you can go directly to, if you want to use an app in Mini Connected, say Spotify, for example.
See, there was no Spotify app in this car.
Yeah. So you have to put that on your phone. Like the Spotify built into Mini Connected, it has to be.
So I would have had a cable in?
No, you have to log into Mini Connected on your phone and tell it you want it.
Oh, gotcha.
You basically authorize the connected app to access Spotify then. And then you only have to do it once, and then it starts playing. But I have to say,
it didn't do it didn't give me any Spotify controls like the new BMWs do. Even with the not expensive stereo, even over your Bluetooth, it's like, oh, hey, you have Spotify, cool. We're going to let you control all that with the steering wheel and the stereo.
Yeah, no, they fixed that in the latest iteration, and especially if you get the nav, which I highly recommend.
Yes.
And with CarPlay, and I'll have a throwdown with Gabe about CarPlay.
Yeah.
I understand the things he doesn't like about it.
Yeah.
In the 2019, but it does work and it works well.
Mm-hmm.
I do like it. I don't like the fact that you can't see your messages on the screen. It'll only speak them to you and then asks you if you want to respond via voice, which, it's safer. But if you're sitting at a stoplight and you're like, oh, yeah, who sent me a message? You can't. There's no reading that. So that's a little...
Oh, you can't... Well, yeah, but that probably shows up on your watch, so you can just look at your wrist.
Yeah, you can do that too. There are definitely ways around it. So I understand why Gabe doesn't like it, because it's a little clunky and complicated, but they do.
And Gabe wants to scroll through Instagram on Mini Connected too. He's one of those, right?
Yeah.
And
that's ridiculous.
And not just ridiculous. He probably has Instagram installed on his watch, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he probably doesn't, but I mean, I'm using that as an extreme example because there's people out there, and Gabe's need for CarPlay are exactly what you shouldn't be doing while you're in a car.
Right. Well, and I have Apple Music also.
Right.
So that makes it even more integrated because now I just press the button and I tell Siri what I want to listen to, and it'll go. It'll either find the artist and say, "Here's a playlist of that artist just for you," and it goes and makes it. Or you play a radio station. It's like I want to listen to music like this.
I thought that was awesome. The little bit of I played with CarPlay, and just going, "Hey Siri, take me to Target." It's like, "Oh, I found 4 Targets nearby. Which one do you want? You want this one?" And he's like, "Yeah, that'd be perfect."
Yeah, and I've talked to a lot of people who've been using the latest version of CarPlay in it, and they use Waze a lot. I don't. I'm not a big fan of that, and I hear it's still a little glitchy.
Yes,
but you do have a choice of either Google Maps. So I've got 3 different navigations I can use. I can use Google Maps, I can use Apple Maps, or I can use the internal mini system for navigation.
Right.
And it's cool because I also have the head-up display, which we had in our driving cross country for many
states. I remember that, yeah.
So, and the cool thing about having the navigation and the head-up display is if you've got something in the nav, it pops up your directions in the head-up display.
Yeah, and that's really nice.
Which is really cool. And now it gives you lane assist in addition to it.
That's cool.
It tells you which lane to be in.
But that only works with the built-in nav. That doesn't work with like the third party, like the Apple Maps or Google Maps, right?
Right. And Gabe's problem with the CarPlay, it does only use 2/3 of the screen. You don't get the full screen for it. So the internal navigation app is nicer because you get the full screen for nav. It's fine. I'm not normally. I mean, that's a little annoyance, I guess.
Yeah.
But
okay. Now,
but I like it.
I was just shocked that just from the onset, just looking at it, I didn't connect my phone. I mean, I Bluetoothed it, but I didn't plug it in because I was only going to have this car overnight. And I was just amazed that it was still as limited functionality wise as my 2013.
Yeah, and I bet it's because your Mini Connected does not work wirelessly. I think you have to have it plugged in. I think you have to have it hardwired.
My car's that way too.
Right. Now the new ones don't do that. Now that not anymore. You don't have to plug your phone in at all. Like everything.
Yeah, but you have to run the app.
Right? No, not anymore. Not anymore.
Dude, this car had almost the exact same features on Mini Connected with me on just over Bluetooth as my Roadsters, my 2013 Roadster.
Yeah, no, this is a nice thing because if you want to go use the CarPlay apps, you scroll around to the car, not CarPlay. If you want to go use the Mini Connected apps, you just scroll to Mini Connected. Your phone does not have to be plugged in anymore. It's all wireless.
Yeah, but you have to have Mini Connected running on your phone.
No, it starts it itself. You know, don't have to you used to have.
I didn't experience that. So, all right. No, so it didn't do any of that. Like I said, it just seemed to be the exact same feature set that's on the old Mini Connected, just with a fresh coat of paint.
Like you can get it to work in the previous, and that, like I said, I was telling you before the show. That's the issue with the new cars. In the hard tops, you can get the small screen. Mm-hmm. It's not a touch screen. You get the old software. Okay, you don't get the latest software.
And this one had the small screen.
Right, so you got
the backup camera, but had the small screen.
Right. You can have the backup camera, small screen, but no touch screen. So you don't touch screen. Now, on the contrary, the Countryman and the Clubman have the small screen with a touch screen and the newer software.
Well, that's weird.
It is weird because the hardtop and basically the hardtop convertible and 4-door basically all have the old software and small screen unless you get navigation, and then you get different it's very confusing to customers. Now, not so much because people don't have the time to, if they're driving cars trying to figure out which one they want, they don't figure that out, and then they get what they get and they understand it. But me, I get in and out of all of them. I understand this. It's extremely confusing to go, well, why doesn't this one have a touchscreen? Oh, but that one, the Clubman over there has a small screen and a touchscreen. Yeah, it's just hard to explain. And I wish Mitch would get their shit together and finally just universalize all this stuff across the line. And I know it happens because different models come out at different times, but you've got a 2018 sitting there brand new, 300 miles on it.
Yeah, and it didn't do anything more than my car does now that's 6 years old.
Right. It's annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying. Anyway, but it was still a nice car to drive. I enjoyed it. Future possible Mini for me once I get this one paid down a little bit more. Still not sold 100% on automatic. This one was better.
We'll find you a manual transmission.
They're out there. There's 3 in Arizona right now. And I'm also not convinced I want a Cooper. Yeah, because I did drive the Cooper, and I did notice. I mean, while it's way more power than I'm used to seeing in a Cooper, it just still was lacking. And I want to try a Cooper with a manual transmission, just to see if it's a little bit better. But that power thing, I might go ahead and want the extra power.
Yeah,
which I didn't think I was going to want, but I think I do.
If you're looking at a pre-owned DB, the difference in price.
They're all the same.
It's
worth
at
least here in Arizona.
Yeah, it's worth it to get the Cooper S if you're buying, one that's got the depreciation driven off of it already.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's my
I can find them all day long out here for like 15 to 17,000 with less than 30,000 miles on them.
And here's my other recommendation, because this is only the second Mini I've had with the HK system in it.
Yeah.
Right now, my JCW has the HK. It is. I never thought it was that much better.
Dude, it is
far superior.
So far superior. Even the HK system in my Roadster and the Loner only had the stock stereo system in it. Yeah. And just the front staging for the sound that comes out of the front of the car. I was looking for the fader so I could put more sound in the front.
Yeah.
Right? Because it didn't have the speakers up on the A pillar.
Both of our cars now, our Roadster has the HK and my new JCW has the HK. But in the enclosed car, it is so much better. I mean, this is phenomenal. I highly recommend it. If you're looking at a new Mini, spend the money, get the pack. Just buy the what's the pack that you get on the new cars now? Oh my gosh!
I don't know. I'm not buying a new one, so it doesn't matter.
Just get the iconic pack. If you're looking at a new Mini, if you're listening to us right now, just take my word for it. Get the iconic pack, delete the sunroof, and you're done.
Yeah,
it's like
there was one car on the lot that didn't have a sunroof. Disappointing.
And I still think that people are having issues with sunroofs, even in the F generation cars.
Yeah. Yep. Are they really, Chad?
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Don't want it. Don't need it. Couldn't afford it if I could, or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want that.
All of the above.
Yes. It messes
Just
up the roof.
Say no to the sunroof.
Just say no to sunroof. Exactly.
I actually should send you guys a photo of a car that we got in yesterday. After a lot of rain, we probably got about 5.5 gallons of water out of just the driver's side of the car.
Oh, my God.
And all we had to do was pull one subframe bolt.
Wow.
And then just let it drain.
Yeah, just let it drain.
It's like pulling the plug on the tub, man.
And really, the car runs pretty decently right now.
Oh, they're lucky.
So we'll see what happens.
I bet it doesn't smell very good.
It actually doesn't smell as bad as I thought it would. We've gotten a few cars in. It's like, okay, don't touch that car. Mask up, glove up, the whole 9 yards. But this car, it's not too bad.
All right. Very cool. The other thing that's wrong with my car is I've talked about the nav before. Turns out the whatever computer audio piece of the stereo that controls that is actually shot craps. So that would be replaced. That would be something I'd have to replace. And so that car's not going to have nav pretty much ever. And then
cover that?
No, it doesn't cover like the stereo.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the other thing is I've got a taillight error message I keep getting on the screen, and it turns out that I've got some meltage in the right rear taillight, so I'm going to have to replace the entire taillight assembly. So I'm going to be looking to outmotoring.com for that more than likely.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, well, the dealer wants $330 for one.
No, they're like $185.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking at it right now on outmotoring.com, $270 for both sides. Yeah, $135.
You only need one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I only need one, so I'm not going to worry about that. At $330. Anyway, those crazy balls. So we'll talk more about that in the future. I'm sure I'm going to get some more time with an F56 again. I'm going to try to get an S somehow, some way, by hook or by crook, and see if I can figure out which car I want to have next. Because this R59, dude. I'm really worried about this car because I don't know what's going to be next, and it's just going to just go and just leave me on the side of the road.
Well, you're at 90,000 miles, so yeah, I would. There's a few things that could go wrong with that, and there's a few major things that could go wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, I've got extended warranty to 125,000 miles, but I'm endeavoring to get out of that car in the next 12 months. So,
when you get to 124,000 miles, you definitely get rid of it.
Yeah, I'll put on offer up.
That's the way it works.
Yes. Yeah, because I'm surprised that the extended warranty company's probably going to wish they never saw me.
Hey, man, suck them dry. That's what it's for.
I've already done that. I've already spent what it cost. So it's already paid for itself. The extended warranty, it's already paid for itself. So whatever's next is gravy. So
you have like $100 deductible or something?
Oh, I have no deductible.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but it cost me $2,500 to get it.
Yeah, right. But that's still pretty good. That's for
a mini mini or BMW is what they charge. Yep. So I was pretty excited about that. And I've spent, I'm pretty sure that I've spent that much. Oh, I know I have. Yeah. It was Jerry sucked $1,500 out of it. And then the dealer just sucked another 15 out of it. So yeah, I'm actually, I'm on bonus time now with the extended warranty company.
Well, and I think we've all kind of experienced that. If you're going to buy a pre-owned Mini.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah, that I highly recommend, especially if you can afford it. Find a way to afford it.
Unless you're getting a CPO car, because that basically has the extended warranty on it. But if you're buying something from like CarMax or local Subaru dealer or something like that, definitely get the extended warranty.
Yep, get extended warranty.
Worth the money, right, Chad?
For certain years, yes.
Yes, exactly. For certain years.
All of the middle R cars.
All of the R cars. Yeah, from 2007 to 2013. 7 to 11. No, I would go any of the R5X cars. I would go any R cars, actually. Yeah, any of them.
I would do 7 to 10. That would be my 7 to 10 turbo cars for sure. But
I would say any turbo cars
post are a little bit better, and Mini extended a lot of warranties on a lot of things. So some of your things that could be covered under a warranty would be factory covered, but nothing on an N14 is like, no, you're SOL. Sorry,
SOL.
dude.
Got it.
Yeah. But an N18, oh, well, yeah, we'll cover that. We're sorry you experienced this problem. It's like, what?
I also say if you're looking at a 2007 to 2010, Mini, and it has 100,000 miles on it or more, run away. Run away.
No, don't do it.
Dude, don't do it.
Run away.
Even if it's a Cooper, don't do it.
Yeah, I get this all the time. I was like, no, I wouldn't buy that car. Well, why not? It looks great. No, don't do it.
Don't do it.
And what do?
They buy it.
Yes, they do.
And then who do you see a month later, Chad?
I have to fix it.
Yep, guaranteed, guys. The amount of money, the price difference between an F car and an R car right now, it's getting close. You can get R cars. I've seen them for $10,000 for a F56 Cooper, and that car is so much better than any R car.
75,000 mile F54.
Four-door.
And actually is really nice car. Yeah, it's a 4-door. Yeah. 13.5.
See?
That's a 55, by the way.
Oh, yeah, F55. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, can't beat that. That's a good deal. I mean, if you want to spend $3,500 on an R50, a rusted out R50 from 2002, well, hey, knock yourself out, honestly. But if you're looking for something and you really want a Mini and you've been really trying hard to get a Mini, don't just skip the second generations, man. Just don't do it, please.
And this is a bad thing, because here we are saying it. We love these cars.
We really do.
And have
I was talking about this before the show. The R56 is just looks so nice. All of them do. right? The Clubman, the convertible, the hardtop, the Roadster, the Coupe, even the Countryman and well, not so much the Paceman, but they all are just really good looking cars.
But they've been plagued, for years, and this is something that's been, people talk about over and over again. It's like, so many people got burned on these cars. And I realized, like we just said, okay, eventually people are going to have to let that shit go because the new cars, the F50 6th generation, is now 6th model year.
Six.
Okay? If you're buying a 7-year-old car, if that's all you can afford is a 7-year-old car, I get it, but eventually, I think you're going to buy, people looking at pre-owned cars aren't looking at 7 or more year old cars.
Not anymore.
They're looking at 3 to 5 year old cars.
Yeah.
That's a smart thing.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking for 15 to 18 is what I'm looking for.
Right. So I would say eventually the kind of reliability issues from Mini are going to have to like just fade away and people are going to forget about it because literally people, it's been 7 years. Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So that was my experience this week. I had a good time. It was definitely different, but yeah, I definitely want to get some seat time in an S and see if that makes any difference.
That's awesome. Well, in 3 weeks, once I get the little dongle off my car from my insurance company, which I talked about on Black Roof Radio, by the way, I'll be able to open mine up and let it know. And I'll say this for the sake of our listeners who aren't subscribers. And if you aren't, go over to patreon.com/White Roof Radio. Give us a couple bucks a month and you can hear the good stuff on Black Roof Radio.
Yeah, except when Gabe's there, because then all you're going to hear is this.
And a lot of a lot of curse words.
A lot of curse words. Yeah.
Yes. So, but anyway, when I got my 2019 JCW at the first of the year, my insurance agent talked me into. He's like, "Hey, we can save you some money if you put this thing on your car. It goes into the onboard."
Yeah. I've heard of this. Some insurance companies make you have that on your car like all the time.
Yeah, no, it's 90 days.
Okay,
and
all right.
So I thought to myself, it's winter. The weather's crap.
Yep.
I'm not going to drive the car hard in the winter. So majority of this time, it's not going to matter. I can drive the car easy and get a good score and save myself some money. And right now, we've got it on both cars, and it's been on there for about 60, 65, 68 of the 90 days. Yeah. So we're down to the last 3 weeks.
You're almost done.
Yeah, we're down to about 3 weeks to go. And one of those weeks, we're going to be out of town. So anyway, we're saving like $28 a month.
Wow.
$28 a month by having this on here. And I've been driving, believe me, I haven't had any hard accelerations. You've been driving like Grandma Burnside. That's right. I've been driving like Grandma Burnside and taking it easy. And so it's been worth it, but it's been so painful now that the weather's nice.
Oh, yeah. I
just want to flat out, let loose in my car. And I was like, okay, no. I can say this is worth it. Because literally, what's $25 a month? That's, $300-$400 a year.
Yeah, that's $300-$400 a year. That's a lot of money.
That's Vegas money.
Dude,
that's $300.
Vegas money.
Exactly.
It's hardly Vegas money for Todd. Come on, Chad.
But, yeah.
It's kind of Vegas money.
One night of Vegas money.
That's tip money.
That's tip money. That's tip money.
That's about that. Yeah.
So anyway, once I get this thing off my car in 3 weeks, I'll be able to talk more about, my JCW. And then I'm getting it wrapped. It's in the process now.
Really? You're having somebody wrap that car for you?
Yeah. Some drunk guy,
Yeah, okay. So, hey, just because I was curious, I did a quick check on Auto Trader in my local area for Mini Coopers with manual transmission from 2015 to 2018, 2014 to 2018. Currently, there's 11 of them for sale, and one of them happens to be a 2013 Mini Cooper Roadster, John Cooper Works.
JCW Roadster.
How much they want? The black and red too, 49,000 miles. They want $22,300 for it.
$22,000. That is way overpriced
for 50,000 mile car. Yeah, way overpriced. If you guys ever come across a JCW Roadster for sale, I don't care. Everything that we've said up until now, you can ignore that because you can buy that car.
Right. But don't pay $22,000.
Don't pay $22,000 if it's got 50,000 miles on it though.
Pay 18.
Yep.
17.
Yep. Exactly. But that's a car we'll allow it.
Yep.
Because that car is amazing.
I still have that car. I love that car.
Yeah, you do.
That's the one thing your car is missing, DB, is the JCW.
JCW, all the things.
Yeah,
I'd be okay if it just had the JCW Aero kit, but I'd rather it be JCW all the things, including manual transmission. And then I would hate it worse because that car was so damn twitchy. But oh god, it was awesome.
Come up to get your tail JC and drive ours. And
yeah, I will. There are a lot of other cars. Anyway, I had something else, and I forgot what it was. So you know what we're going to do instead? What's that? Dragon's coming up. That's what it was. I want to talk chat about the Dragon. Before we do, let's take a quick break really fast. Let's remind you guys about Outmotoring. Outmotoring.com, another OG sponsor underneath the white roof. You guys love these guys. We love these guys. They love you back. Motoring rewards, so you can earn points. Everybody likes to get gaming points when you actually shop. That's really cool. Aaron's going to make sure you get parts for your Mini, not the weird wrong model Mini, but the one that you actually own. Mini club support or mini event support. If you ask Aaron, he's going to help. He might send you a handful of stickers and keychains. He might open up the swag closet and toss out something a little bit better. He might kick down with like a gift certificate. All you got to do is ask. He's really supportive of the Mini Cooper community. Free shipping if you order more than $195 worth of stuff. 100% happiness guarantee and a hitch for your Mini if you so desire over at minidumore.com. All those things really, really awesome. Not only that, but these really ridiculous looking taillights that I've picked out for my Mini for Gen 2, 2011 or newer, 2011 or newer, and the $270 for a pair. So, see, Outmotoring's got me covered. You know why? Because that's what he is. He is my parts cloud my parts desk in the cloud. Anything that you need for your Mini. I mean, anything that you would get from the Mini Cooper dealer parts desk, Outmotoring has it. If he doesn't have it, he will get it. And it's probably going to be cheaper than the parts desk. More than likely. And you're supporting one of us, which is cool. Small business guy, Mini Cooper enthusiast, Aston Martin enthusiast. I mean, that's an expensive habit, right? We got to keep Aaron and Aston Martin parts. Come on, guys, go over to outmotoring.com. Help a brother out. Outmotoring.com. Not only that, but it's event season. Dragon's coming up. All the other events coming up. You need the Mini Cooper stuff for your person, the hats, the shoes, the watches. Outmotoring.com. Got you covered there too. Sign up for the email newsletter. You'll get a 5% discount code every time he sends one of those out. He also posts those in his infrequent posts on MotoringFile.com. He always puts a coupon code there. It's always good for 5% off. Super duper awesome. All that from our friends over at Outmotoring. Outmotoring.com. Go check them out if you please. Again, that's Outmotoring.com. Mini performance speed and LED rear taillights clear. Gen 2 11 Plus. That's Outmotoring.com. Minis on the Dragon. For 2019.
Yeah.
That's coming up here pretty soon. We were going to try to get Barry on the show, and I failed at that yet again. When is the Dragon? I'm looking at this right now.
May 1st to the 5th is the official date, but most people are coming in on the 28th.
Why so early?
Because we're awesome like that.
Oh.
That's what cool kids do.
It's a week vacation.
It's because there was no Amviv this year. No Amviv, there was no Southwest anything Mini Cooper related at all.
I was gonna say there's no Southwest Mini Fest either, is there? Or?
Nope.
That's
we're down to the Dragon. That's what we get. So, Chad, you're gonna be there?
Oh yeah.
The full Detroit Tunes setup, the tents.
Well, the full setup, yes. It will be half a team.
Half a team.
Half a team is staying in Detroit, and half a team is going down to the Dragon this year. So.
Okay. Very cool.
Which is nice because then you'll be making money back home and not only making money at the Dragon, which is nice.
Yeah, I mean, there's pros and cons. I mean, I love to have the entire team down there, and last year we had one person just kind of staying back, answering the phones, making sure people didn't get pissed off. Their emails were being, returned, shipped a couple packs. But this year we're actually going to have the shop open and shipping going on, as well as the shop open at the Dragon and things like that. So
is getting to go to the Dragon for Detroit Tuned, is that one of the perks, Chad? It's like, hey, How about this year? You come to the Dragon. That's your bonus.
Oh no, I mean, as the boss, I say, hey, everyone's going, and then I had people approach me and say, hey, I don't want to go this year, or there's something else going on, or I want to do this, or so. My team actually decided whether they were going or not, and then it just kind of all worked out. So like nice. I didn't, I wasn't dictatorship. Like we're a fun family. We tried to keep everybody happy, and the people that want to stay home are staying home, and the people that wanted to go are going, and we'll make it work.
And as a bonus, the shop gets to stay open. So you're going to be doing all kinds of things ahead of time, Chad. What's the deal? We want people to go over to DetroitTune.com and sign up. We want them to like buy stuff first. What do we want to do here?
We'd love for people to send us emails and actually set stuff up ahead of time, because when you get down there and be like, don't you have a big brake kit that fits a blah 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 blah? I was like, yeah, because I just decided to stock one of everything in the van.
Fits my 2006 R50.
Right, exactly. So if you really want it, you want us to install it, yes, you need to really set that up. But we will have quite a few things just there in the tent, things that we know that people want, blackout kits and various blackout things, and some sway bars and some pulleys and whatever type of things that like, hey, this fits a bunch of cars. We know somebody will be able to talk to in this. And we're going to have a ton of Craven stuff again this year, like always. We're going to try to actually really help our buddies out motoring out who aren't able to go this year due to a daughter graduating high school, college. I think I want to say high school.
It doesn't matter. Regardless, congrats, Aaron. That's really cool.
Aaron's doing the family thing, which props to him. He's making sure his daughters know that he loves them, and we're gonna try to bring as many out motoring parts as we can, things along that lines, and really just help everybody out that is going there. And then there's always a million type of emergency situations that go on. We're going to bring a Gen 2 clutch, or bring a Gen 1 clutch, et cetera, et cetera. And we'll be doing a lot of tuning this year.
Nice.
This is something brand new for the Detroit Tune family, because of, obviously, we bought the dyno last year.
Right.
We needed to expand on our tuning capabilities. So we will be able to do a remote tune for not only an N14 and an N18 as well. And we will be doing all of that within the tent. You just have to let us know what you want. We basically take things apart. We pull it out. We send it off via email. Thank God Barry's going to have some Wi-Fi. And we will have it back within a couple hours to a day type of thing.
So if you're doing the remote tune, Chad, does that mean you're also going to be able to have, if I wanted to roll in because the dealer just reset all my settings and I wanted one touch up on my Windows installed again, could I have that done at the Dragon by remote control?
Well, actually, the coding functions, which you're talking about, Don, can be done momentarily. Marzo will hook his little laptop up.
Oh, Marzo's actually going to be on site.
Oh, yeah. Marzo's going this year.
Nice.
He loves the Dragon like nobody else. And he's going to be, hooking his little laptop up to code cars in whatever form they want. And that will be quick and easy. We won't have to wait. Yeah, nice. So that'll be really nice. And, but we're talking actually coding your car.
But actual tunes, like,
you're going
like stage 1, stage 2, you want Spitfire out the back. You're going to you're going to drop a stage 3 tune in there and open up the boost and all the things.
Yeah, and there would have to be certain things on your car that would allow, certain stages, but most people go a stage 1, no problem, and you're going to get, 20 horsepower right now, and it's going to be much more, have a drivability to the car that you're like, wow, this is really much nicer than what I had before, and it's going to be safe, it's going to be reliable, it's going to be more fun, you're just going to enjoy it more. And then as we continue going up the path of stage 2 and 3, and I doubt we'll do a stage 4 at the Dragon, but you never know. There would require downpipes and or intercoolers and
all that craziness,
stuff like that. And those are things that we can do at the Dragon. We just need to know ahead of time.
Boom. There you go. So punch up.
Chad's gonna put some of my stuff down there this year.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and we're gonna have Todd's bumper graphics or bumper protection strips, as we've been calling it now, and a few other things. The decals that go on the name badges to say Mini again.
Nice.
Because every other Mini down there is probably like it's gone now.
Yeah, any Gen 1 car there, they've gone away, and any Gen 2 car that's sat outside for too many days are definitely gone. So we will be able to have those on hand, and that's going to be a quick price-wise. It's going to be quick install. You just have to grab one of us and say, hey, I want this. So
nice.
We just have to make sure Todd sends us enough for everybody. So.
Yeah, exactly, man. You're going to have like a gross of those things.
All you got to do, guys, if you want to get on Chad's calendar or the Detroit Tune calendar for me, he's on the Dragon, make sure you can click over to DetroitTune.com/contact-us, or you probably just send an email over to info@DetroitTune.com, right, Chad? That'd do the trick?
Yes, for sure. Yes.
Yeah, just send an email over to info@DetroitTune.com and get it going. And there's a phone number there, too, if you want to actually call if you're old school like that. There's somebody there manning the phones. Chad's a real businessman.
Love phones. We love phones, because that's quick and easy and it gets everything figured out right away. There's no questions because, we get a lot of emails. It's like, okay, well, you left 9 things out of this equation. We don't even know what car you have, but yet you have this idle issue. Okay, so give me all of the information you got. So
my car, Chad, my car is blue, and I drove through a puddle, and now my left rear wiper blade doesn't work. Can you help me?
Well, you obviously need to buy a new car.
Boy, have we got a deal for you.
Yeah, exactly. I will send you right to my dealer.
I think my Johnson rods are broken. I'm not really sure.
Well, you should talk to your girlfriend about that.
Yeah.
Waka, waka, waka,
waka, waka, waka. That's Maze on the Dragon happening May 1st through the 5th. But like Chad already mentioned, all the cool kids are getting down there. I don't know, like April 7th or something next week.
April 27th would be more like it. But it officially starts on May 1st, but most of us are rolling in on that Monday. So.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was going to actually try to make it this year, but I bought a house. So that kind of put the kibosh on, me taking 3 weeks off and driving across country to do that.
Oh, come on.
I know, but I had to buy a house, dude. It's a thing. Adulting, right?
No, I get it. Totally, man.
Yeah.
Totally.
So I would be there in spirit. We're going to try to get Barry on. He might not be like on regular show night. I might just grab him on the phone during the day or something. Try to get a little chat with Barry before the Dragon actually starts. I know I say that every year and I always fail. But this year I'm actually going to endeavor to not fail on this one.
I know he'd love to.
I know he would. I've already emailed him about it too. Does anybody have anything else?
No?
Nope. Okay, so you guys have homework this time around. If you have a high mileage first gen Mini, second gen Mini with high miles, if you have an R56 with 200,000 miles on it, and let's say the head hasn't come off, or you haven't had to replace the turbo, I want to know who you are, pal or lady. Shoot us an email. feedback@roofradio.com. If you are interested in supporting the show and you want a second show every month, click over, as Todd mentioned, you can click over to the Patreon Black Roof Radio Club. That's patreon.com/White Roof Radio. You kick in like a buck a month. It's $1 a show is how it works out. It's per show. And every time I post this show, you get Black Roof Radio. And you actually get Black Roof Radio first. And this you get before anything else. You get your own private RSS feed so you can pump it right into your podcatcher of choice, so you don't even have to go back and listen on the web browser. You can do it right in your podcast app like you guys do for the show now. So it's really nice, and we appreciate you guys doing that. Helps keeps us going, helps us do cool things like ride bikes radio. If you like bicycles, if you like beer, and you think Brian Dallas is kind of a cool guy, me and him, we do another podcast, Ride Bikes Radio. We talk about bicycles, and literally we're talking about riding bikes, guys. We're not talking about tour. We're not talking about the $15,000 carbon fiber bikes. We're just talking about riding bikes. We're talking about having fun on 2 wheels, and we talk about beer. It's a lot of fun. RideBikesRadio.com, also available where finer podcasts are found. Thank you very much. But I think I'm done.
Stay tuned for our upcoming podcast about contact lenses.
We're not going to do a podcast about why would we do that?
Because you just need to have a podcast about everything.
That's the Shuttlecast, dude.
Yeah, and we missed our April Fool's opportunity to have our show about contact lenses.
Oh, I know we should have did that. Hosted by like Xiek too. It would have been awesome, like Xiek and Eileen or something.
Yeah,
that's a show we need to put together. I don't know. We got to make that happen right there. And I have no idea what would come out of that show, but that's a show that needs to happen. Eileen, Xiek, stay tuned. I'm gonna bug you guys both. I'm gonna make
keep me down.
I'm gonna make those guys host a show. I have no idea what it's gonna be about, and honestly, I don't care. It would be awesome.
It would be just Eileen laughing.
You know what? And I'm totally okay with that.
Giggling.
I'm totally okay with that. Yeah, that would be awesome. Anyway, we are done for the week, gang. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks again if you suffered through the last episode. I do apologize again for the audio quality issues. Gabe has been summarily chastised. And I'm certainly hopeful it won't happen again. And if it does, well, heads will roll. But we are done. This is the part of the show where I like to remind you about a couple of things after I make this funny clicking sound. And then I like to say, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can go ahead, click back over to whiteroofradio.com. You can leave us a note in the show notes if you like. You can also email us, feedback@whiteroofradio.com. But until next time, gang, this is DB. I'm done.
Cheers.
See ya.